Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
I'm Chase.
And I'm Matt from Thrashmania.
and you're watching Heavy Metal Breakdown. Matt is joining us again for his monthly appearance on the show. Matt, thank you so much for joining us. We always enjoy your insight. Yeah, we've got a couple of records to talk about. One is a brand new release, and one is something back from the 1990s. Chase, would you tee up that first album review for us, please?
Sure, man. Ripper, or sorry, let's try that again. Our first album is Ripper Towards Rebirth, released July 24th, 2026 on Dark Descent Records. This is the Chilean band's third full-length release since forming in 2007 and their first album in 10 years. First new
Ten?
album in 10 years, yeah.
Is that right? 10 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's
Oh,
their
oh,
it's their first full length in 10 years. Yeah,
wow.
they released an EP. They released an EP, I think, in like 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, I did go back through the discography, and yeah, there's a bunch of EPs and three full lengths, and it's really interesting with these guys. This is really high quality stuff. But Chile, South America is a hotbed of excellent heavy metal, usually on the extreme end. But it's interesting to kind of watch their arc of they're starting out as like very Germanic thrash sounding, and it's like they've kind of evolved into like sounding like a Dutch death metal band. Am I am I on onto something there, or what? What do we think there, Matt?
Well, yeah. So the way I would put it is blackened technical death thrash.
Okay.
Um, and in my opinion, when you have something where you have to have a really long description of what the subgenre is, it's either going to be really good or really bad. And in my opinion, they absolutely knocked this out of the park. Um, it's like the way I kind of put it is if you put like Sadus, like early Dark Angel and early Pestilence, like in a blender, like this is
Yeah.
what you would sort of get from it.
See, I
Nice.
wasn't too far off with the Dutch thing. Thank you. Okay. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, thank you. Um, but yeah, I was even hearing a little Ace Fix in there. But yeah, this is really high quality stuff. I mean, very tasty riffs. The production is really nice sounding, but not like too much. It sounds just kind of just right. But yeah, um, yeah, pretty sick shit and very very nice. It kind of has like the deceptively technical. We got a lot of those like cool Swedish death metal like buzzsaw riffs, but yeah, really good stuff. Chase, how about some thoughts from you, please?
First off, the intro track. I'm a sucker for a little synth opening like that, and that's Carpenter meets Fulci type shit, and
Yeah,
I dug it. Uh, but after that, it turned into the way I heard it was like an even more bestial morbid saint with the dial turned up to 11 with the switches set to Sodom.
interesting.
That's a good
Yeah,
one too.
yeah. Okay, cool.
That's a good one too.
Yeah,
I
I
I
like it.
kind of like that, and it's a good point about like the bestial like blackened stuff because sometimes that stuff has a tendency to be so like kind of cavernous, like sounds like it's just like recorded in a cave. And so
Yeah,
when you can nail the technical aspect of that and make the technical aspect shine through, I think that that's a recipe for something really great.
yeah.
Because I'm personally not a huge black metal fan,
Same.
and part of the reason for that is because I feel like it is all just kind of one sound that just doesn't really differentiate itself anywhere. But in this case, I think they make everything kind of stand out. There's the one track, I think it's called the Source Exterminator, where there's
Okay.
like a bass solo like right in the middle of it, and then it just blasts into this awesome guitar solo. The vocals are very commanding, and everything kind of takes its turn being commanding. Like the vocals have a commanding presence, and then the bass will have a part, and then the riffs will have a part, and yeah, it's just a good album written by professional players.
Yeah, yeah, and speaking to something you were talking about earlier about like capturing that bestial nature, that kind of cavernous sound, but not uh, losing the quality in kind of being God, I'm losing the word I'm thinking, but I want to say kudos to the engineer for really
Mm.
capturing this in the right way. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. And had a lot of fun visiting this band's discography uh, the past couple days in preparation for this. This is really very enjoyable, very tasty stuff. Anybody who likes extreme thrash and old school death metal is going to have a ball with this. This is terrific.
Yeah, when I first came across Experiment of Existence 10 years ago, that was, I would borderline say, life changing. Like, it was, in
Wow.
my opinion, that good. And this one is, I think, that good. Um, because I think when you can write something so technical, but still give it that bestial edge to it, that's just such an accomplishment. I feel like a lot of times you either get one or the other. You know what I mean? You either get like a
Oh,
Razor sort of speed metal sound,
yeah,
or you
yeah,
get like a necrophagist, like it's just so like obsessed with being technical, and like I
right.
feel like this kind of sits right in the middle,
Yeah,
between getting that evil satanic vibe with like a technical vibe.
yeah. And I think like some of the bands that are like they're really focused on like oh like being very technical and like the production is so pristine. They just feel very clinical and there's not like a lot of like feeling in them, you know? Like, Razor is kind of like
Mm.
I love that comparison because they capture just like a vibe so well. Um, and yeah, Necrophagist is like, wow, those guys are monster players, but like, are we having any fun here? Like, um,
Yeah.
yeah. So like, but yeah, this has a nice balance of that. So yeah, I horns up for this for sure, dude. Um, yeah. Um, Yeah. Got a little bit of that Gorefest taste too. I'm telling you, man. Something about these guys. I know
Yeah.
they like the Holland scene. You can just tell. Um,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know. Uh,
And they have a 6 minute instrumental in that. I don't know if you noticed. I think it's called "The Secret Dawn."
oh
It's
yeah,
like the
Yes.
seventh or eighth song.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
when you can have an instrumental that's like 6 minutes or something like that and keep me engaged, like I'm so here for that.
yeah. That rules. Yeah. So I mean, these guys are, as you said, like really professional players, and they've crafted really nice slice of death thrash for us to enjoy. So thank you, Ripper. Uh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, guys, do you have anything else on this one, or are we ready to move on?
Album of the
We
year. That's
covered
all
it.
I have to say.
Album of the
Wow,
year.
damn.
Wow. Okay.
Yep,
I
that's
liked
mine.
it, but
I know
wow.
I just did my I know I just did my top 100 for the first 6 months, and then yeah, the next 6 months of 2026 came out hot with this one, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's high praise. Well, excellent. But spoilers for the Thrashmania album of the year, or at least on the death metal side,
I know.
Ripper.
Well,
Uh,
there's still 4 months left in the year. We'll see.
yeah.
Or five,
Okay.
sorry.
Well, we'll see how that goes. But damn. Okay. Yeah. So if we're cool here, why don't we move on to our next segment, Chase's classic album? Chase, what do we have for today?
Well, we have for Chase's classic album, we have Anthrax, Sound of White Noise, released May 25th, 1993 on Elektra Records. This is Anthrax's sixth full-length studio release and the debut of one John Bush as Anthrax's vocalist after Joey Belladonna's departure. It's also Dan Spitz's last one.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah, I
is.
totally forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Although I did see Dan Spitz in 2005 with Anthrax when he did that first reunion tour with Joey. So I got to see the classic Anthrax lineup. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, on the Megadeth
Hmm.
Gigan tour, it was them and like Nevermore and a bunch of bullshit bands. But hey, three cool bands, right on. But yeah, um, but yeah, 1993. Matt, I don't know if you saw our episode where we covered Persistence of Time, but I had kind of
No,
oh,
I
okay.
didn't. So I was on the one where we did oh god, what was the one we did, the one right before Persistence of Time.
Oh, that's right. We did
Um
Stadium before you, right?
Save Euphoria, and then it's funny when I saw this, I was like, wow. So I did the one before my favorite Anthrax album, and now I'm doing the one after. because
Oh,
Persistence of Time is probably the one I like the most.
yeah, that one is awesome for me. I like that one a lot. And so, since you missed that episode, I'll kind of do a recap on my Anthrax origin story. Starts with Persistence of Time and Sound of White Noise. It's 1995.
Hmm.
I'm in junior high, and a guy on the bus says like, "Hey, my brother is like knows that I'm kind of like getting into heavy metal, and it's becoming kind of really uncool, especially by 1995." So he's like trying to unload these for his brother, and he's like, "Hey, I'll give you both of these for like $5." So I'm like, "Okay." I've never heard a note of Anthrax, but I'm like, "All right, I'll take the gamble," and I gambled and won. I got two albums that couldn't be any more different from each other, but that I loved both of a lot, and I will say I actually even like this one more. It was the '90s, and like I'm listening to a lot of what's on commercial rock radio, and so even though I'm not like maybe a huge fan of that, I'm still gravitating towards more like classic stuff, more '80s stuff. Uh, I had enough of that in the air or in the water that I don't know. This was a right place, right time kind of record for me, and I actually love this album. It's one of my all-time favorite records. Um, uh, and and John Bush, I think, is a huge part of that. I just love his voice so much. Um, Guys, some thoughts from you about this album.
Matt, why don't you go ahead?
Well, it's better than Stomp 442. But so here's what I would say is I was born in '87, so I did not really start getting into metal until after the millennium,
Oh, okay,
and so I kind of got everything all at once,
okay,
and um, so and I kind of listened to it in order. I think I listened to Spreading the Disease first, and then Fistful of Metal, but
okay.
that's neither here nor there. But I can imagine hearing this in 1993 and thinking, "Oh, this is cool because they're going with the times." I mean, like I said before we started recording, I used to call it Anthrax in Chains
Okay.
because it basically sounds like Anthrax wrote an Alice in Chains record. Got that very kind of somber um, kind of tone about it that
Sure.
grunge was so famous for.
Sure.
Um, and yeah, it's I loved so much of the Joey Belladonna era that yeah, when I first heard this, I was like, I can't believe this is the same band.
Yeah.
Um,
It is very different.
but yeah,
I liken it to
yeah,
being exposed to, Van Halen by like picking up 1984 and 5150 on the same day.
yeah,
You know.
it's true.
Yeah. So yeah. Obviously, I got way into the Joey stuff as well, but I don't know. I just for me, this is this was love at first listen, and I've never stopped loving it. So, but Chase, you've been very quiet on this. Anything?
Well, I can tell you that when I first heard it, like in the early 2000s or so, when I first got my hands on it, I thought it was awful.
Okay.
And I didn't listen to it again until about a week ago. And I'm glad I did because I love it.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
I,
nice.
Yeah.
yeah, there we are. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I thought it was perfectly fine. Not perfectly fine. It's actually really good. I guess my ears have matured since then, and I just picked up so much that I didn't understand why I didn't like it.
Sure.
I'm guessing it was because I was listening to the Joey era stuff, and then I got to this and was like, oh, what the hell? Because
Yeah.
like I remember some people likening it to the Black Album in the sense that it's kind of their sellout or mainstream sort of sound or whatever, and I'm like, actually, I think this one takes it a little further because if you listen to Ride the Lightning and then you listen to the Black Album, you're still listening to Metallica. But if you
Sure.
listen to Among the Living and then you listen to Sound of White Noise, you will question whether or not you were listening to Anthrax. So I understand why
Sure.
it got the heat that it did and why it still kind of does. But listening to it as its own beast, it's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Charlie and Frank sound like they're having a ton of fun coming up with all these different kind of bouncy grooves that
Yeah.
that were popular, not really super popular at the time, but I guess somewhat popular. The death grip that grunge had on the music scene at the time.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, but yeah, John Bush gives a plus performance, par for the course for the man.
Yeah.
And
He
apparently,
can't. Sorry, I was just
but
gonna say John Bush can't do anything that sucks. I mean, like he's just whatever he touches is gold to me. Like that voice is just everything. So
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm a big Armored Saint fan too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So sorry to interrupt you, Chase. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all good. My favorite song on the album is Black Lodge,
Yeah.
because it is just it's a trip. It's like it's like if Alice in Chains took shrooms up in the mountains while trying to get over a breakup, is what it sounded like to
Interesting.
me.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that song definitely exemplifies what Matt was talking about, like that somber tone. It's but it's also that song is based. It's referencing the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks. It's this Twin Peaks song.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
okay.
yeah. Um,
I did not
so
know that.
yeah, but yeah, I love this record. It is both of its time and kind of again, when you pull it outside of like the context of listening to heavy metal and like the classic Anthrax stuff and just let it be its own thing. It is a record for any time. And I love every song on this record. I really adore it. Highlights for me though, I gotta say, Room for One More, High Pro Glow,
Yeah.
1,000 Points of Hate, Sodium Pentothal, and Burst. But yeah, not a skip. There's no skips on this one for me. I absolutely adore this album. Um, um, Matt, in revisiting it, I wonder was there anything that's like, yeah, you know what, I kind of like that one, or
So, yeah, so I kind of was with Chase. I did not listen to this for a long time. It was probably 20 years since I listened to this album.
sure,
And I remember when I saw it on the schedule, and because I really wanted to talk about the Ripper one, as you can tell by
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Um,
Well, it's a great record.
but when I saw this, but and you guys know at this time, I'm from Jersey. Anthrax was in New York and all this stuff. And I said to myself, well, Matt, like, why are you writing stuff off? You haven't listened, maybe you'll find out something that you didn't realize that you liked and this and that. And I to the point where I actually forgot what the album cover looked like, and I turned it on. I was like, oh wow, this album just screams like something that's from 1993. Like,
Sure,
because I feel like right now we're at that point where the 90s is sort of like re-popular again.
sure,
Like a lot of
yeah.
people,
Yeah.
it makes me feel slightly old because they call it retro, from when I was in middle
Well,
school.
you know, how do you think we feel? We're older than you,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like class of 81 and
But
82 here, I think.
yeah.
84.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so High Pro Glow, I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's right. I totally forgot about that one and 1,000 Points of Hate. I was like, oh, okay. So there was a couple gems that I
Yeah,
like have been missing out on for a while that I think I might add into my like kind of big rotation.
there you go.
Um, like the way I
Nice.
work, the way I work it is I have like a huge library. I'm an MP3 collector, so I have a huge
Okay,
library of MP3s,
yeah.
and I will add like a bunch into like a big kind of playlist, and I'll just put that playlist on shuffle,
Yeah.
and then I'll just see what pops up on the shuffle, and I'll be like, oh, I feel like listening to that, and then I'll put that on.
Oh, like that
And
album or that specific track?
yeah, that album.
Oh, okay,
No, that
cool.
album.
Huh.
I'm not really
Nice.
a track listener. I like to like I put it on shuffle just so I constantly get something new.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay.
I'll just listen to the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
Like
No,
for
that is
for example, listening to Among the Living or Persistence of Time over and over again because that's
right.
kind of on the Anthrax front. That's kind of what I've been doing for the last 20 years.
Sure. I mean, those are
Yeah,
from the Joey stuff. Probably my top two. I
yeah,
really like Spreading Disease a lot, though. So, but yeah, right in
yeah.
there, yeah. But yeah, Persistence of Time. When we talked about that one, we were like, this is like such an underappreciated record from those years. I mean, it's so good. Um, love that one.
I think if you were to pull every single sort of like metal reviewer, that would actually probably be considered their best album. I think if you really went to all the people who review metal for a living or whatever, I
Yeah.
think you might actually get people might say, you know what, this one's actually the best. Because
Yeah.
I
Among the
mean,
Living is wonderful, but honestly, I
yeah,
think I like Persistence of Time more in a lot of ways.
mm,
But yeah, so I'm there with you, Matt. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, Sound of White Noise.
it's
I've always loved it. Chase has grown to love it. Sounds like you have a new appreciation for it. So I think that's a win for everybody. Um,
Yeah. I'd like to real quick though.
oh yeah.
My highlights real quick are
Oh sorry.
Room for One More, Package Rebellion, and the Black Lodge.
Yeah.
And I'd like to point out track 9, Sodium Pentothal, contains the lyric, "If I ever get the chance, I kick out your chair just to watch you dance."
Yeah.
Fucking cold.
Yeah. But that's because we're talking about like a hanging. Yeah. Yeah. That
yeah,
is a great lyric, and I was thinking about that one too. That's funny. Should be noted. Produced by Dave Jordan, R.I.P., who produced a couple of other. He had a very eclectic production career, including producing a lot of like alternative rock dog shit. But, um, but he did produce a couple of other records that I loved. One, Armored Saint, Symbol of Salvation. So he knew how to work with
Yes.
John Bush. Um,
yeah.
and Sacred Reich's third full length, Independent, which is
Independent. Oh, okay.
another favorite of mine. One that was my first album of theirs I found, so I'm very fond of it. But yeah. So yes, and I think Jordan's production has definitely stood the test of time. It doesn't sound like, oh god, so 90s, so 80s. You know how like things can kind of come across that way. It just sounds right. So it works. So kudos to you, sir, and from beyond the grave. But
Yes.
but yeah, fellas, any final thoughts on Anthrax, Sound of White Noise?
Room for One More isn't the song about the scary story to tell in the dark, but it's rad nonetheless. I guess I skipped over that in my notes.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that story, so I'm so sorry. But okay, cool. Well, then I want to just say thank you, Matt, for joining us again. Please tell everyone where they can find you and your show and your content.
Yeah, Thrash Mania is on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And folks, if you're wanting some short form content have some excellent recommendations for thrash and death metal, seek out Thrash Mania. It's a great resource. Matt puts out a lot of wonderful stuff. Yeah,
Thanks.
you're welcome. And Chase, if you would not mind hitting us with the sign off.
Sure. Thanks for watching Heavy Metal Breakdown. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember, if you say it, mean it. If you mean it, do it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.